Hello everyone and welcome to this Orimon review video. Today I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about Orimon, and as usual, if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I will also be leaving a discounted link in this video's description so that you can always get your money's worth for Orimon. So if you've ever wanted a AI chatbot that is used for support, responses, getting feedback, any sort of thing that you want, this is the perfect website in order to create one of these AI chatbots without having any prior knowledge of coding, and you can customize it to fit your LinkedIn profile or even your custom profile or company, whatever you have got. So as you can see, what I've gone ahead and done is I've gone onto LinkedIn and I've simply pasted the link to the Amazon the Apple LinkedIn company page. And what that will do is it will take in the information about it, it will give it a logo, it will give it a name, it will give a little bit of get started. So if you've already got your company page on LinkedIn, this will make the whole setup process a lot easier. But as soon as you've done it, it will bring you to this page here where you're able to spread the bot, you're able to invite team members to it, you're able to share the URL, you're able to add it to your website, you're also able to add it onto WordPress. You can train the bot for specific things. You can basically enhance it, make it better, get an idea of what it does and train certain responses for certain questions and things like that. And then you can also change the appearance. So on the right here, we have the overall sort of look of what it looks like, but we can change the primary color. If we wanted it to be aqua, we could go ahead and do that and hit save changes, and that will overall change the main viewing area of what it will look like. You can change the welcome messages, the actual form of the information that people will be able to put in when you're beginning the chat with them, so obviously you can respond to them when a real person gets back and things like that. So on the right, as you can see, you can go ahead and click on this specific chatbot. Now what this does is it will tell you how many sessions, how many feedbacks, whether it's good or bad. It will tell you what chat sessions at what time and how many there are and the time range of how long they lasted. You can also view this by today, last week, and 30 days if you want to. And on the left here, you have live chats. You can turn them on or off to view ones that are currently ongoing. And then you can also test the bot, change the appearance, and also train it as we saw earlier. You can also edit some settings, deploy it, or share it. Now under the live chats page, this one here, this will basically bring up a list of every ongoing chat that is live at this current moment. So if you have got a big company and you're thinking that there will be a large amount, this is basically where you can look at them. You can talk on them, you can basically oversee them, you can spectate them, make sure that the right information is being handed out to your customers, and basically you are able to use this feature and you can go to the overview page and enable this. So the overview page would be this one here, and you can go ahead and turn on live chats and then they will all appear here. So you've got my chats, you've got ones assigned to me and ones that have been unassigned to a specific person. Maybe they're brand new and nobody's actually clicked on them to have a look yet, but that is obviously there if you want to. Now moving on to the next area, we have our chat list, and this is basically where we view all the profiles, data and chat logs of the previous chats. So here we'll have a list of all of the chats that we've had or are ongoing. Then we'll be able to view the chat logs. So this is basically where when you select a chat, it will bring up the exact history of the first to the very final message, and then you're also able to view the user profile of the person that started that specific thing. If you know the date of which it occurred, you can go to this start date button at the top and change anything you want. So you can change it all the way back to whatever date that the actual chat happened on and make sure that you're able to find the correct one and therefore deal with it accordingly depending on what you want to do with it. You can also flag chats. So if there are any chats that you really want to sort of have marked to make sure that the right thing is happening with them, or maybe there's a good learning curve in there where you can use it to train future support workers, or any sort of reason why you might want to go back to a chat, you're able to find it and do it here. Obviously we haven't flagged any because we haven't got somebody chatting with it, but this is where they will all appear. So under this page here, we have the add users button. So this is basically where we can add people to help with our, support. So if we have a support worker, it will simply give you the information. It will give you their name, their email, and their phone. And then we can have the start date and the end date of when they were added as well. Very, very self-explanatory here and really, really easy to use. This is our feedback page. So people are also able to give feedback on these AI chatbots, and basically it will give us their name and it will give us the feedback and detailed feedback of which they have given. So if we want to know how to make our company better, or maybe there's an issue or a bug with how the software works or the company or the website or whatever we're using this chatbot for, then the feedback will appear in here and it will give us who it was and when they sent it and what the feedback is. And you can obviously filter again by the start and the end date up here to make sure you're finding things that haven't already been fixed, and you obviously want to be doing ones that are quite new. But you don't want to be missing ones out that obviously haven't been attended to, because that would then be ignoring feedback, and then what would be the point in having it in the first place? And then finally, we have our channels, and this is where we can deploy this chatbot. So it's not just for websites, which is one thing that I really like. It is also for websites that are social media pages as well. So you can put it on your own sites with website and WordPress, but with Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and live chat, you can use all of the DM functionality in here in order to set up the AI on those as well. So if you've ever been on Instagram, Telegram, or even Twitter, and you've messaged a company, they have those live chat platforms built into them where you have an AI talking to you through the chatbot of that specific thing. And this is exactly the same premise here. You can obviously link them with Instagram, WhatsApp, and things like that, which is absolutely brilliant. If people don't want to have to navigate to your website or use the inbuilt live chat functionality on this, then all they would need to do is go to any one of those social media pages listed on the left there, go to the DM page, and be able to have a communication as if they were speaking to a real person. In my opinion, it's slightly better, because instead of having to access a website where you feel that you are talking to an AI, being able to DM a immediate social media account, even though you might know it's an AI, it feels a little bit more personal, and some people just might like that. But going back to our main page, we can go to the settings, and if we want to add team members, we can add them here with their specific roles and stuff like that, and then the list of team members applied to that specific chatbot will appear here. And then what you can do is transfer ownership, and you can enter an email address for a specific person. If you are maybe no longer going to be the head of support, or you've employed somebody to be the head of support, then you can transfer their ownership to that here so that they can manage all of their, lower downs and their employees and things like that in the company. So you can basically make a nice hierarchy in order for people who are doing the support work to get it really, really functional and really, really useful. But more or less, that is it for Orimon. So what do I think about Orimon, and why might people want to use it? So beginning with what do I think of it? I absolutely love it, I have to admit. I really like how easy it is, where if you already have your company page on LinkedIn, you can simply copy and paste the link and it will generate a professional looking chatbot immediately for you. I love that. It will come up with a little bit of information as well, so if people want to know what your company is about, that is also completely possible as well with the bot knowledge. As you can see here, this is what it's come up with. As you can see, a few issues, you'd have to get rid of that null, but it says we're a diverse collection of thinkers and doers, and it's basically copied the description or the about us from the LinkedIn page and put it straight on here, which I really, really like. As well as that, I love the fact that you can add people and you can transfer the ownership and you can get feedback of it. It's so easy to do and integrate into your website, it's unreal. And as well as that, another reason I would recommend it is, as I said earlier, the fact that the social media pages are possible. The fact that you can communicate with these people through social media messages and things like that, I absolutely love. So why might people want to use this? And it's mainly people who might have a company but haven't really got a solidified support team or support worker sort of area set up yet, and they are looking for a website. Well, this is definitely the one for you. People who want to be able to have an efficient working support team with feedback, with really, really useful things, and have an AI chatbot to be able to help with any questions that people might have, while saving the actual support team time for maybe more difficult and more interesting sort of matters. This is definitely why people would want to use this. But thank you everyone so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, but until then, goodbye.